This is what happens when a dam would open its sluice gates at the levels of 5 swimming pools amount of water per second. And in most cases, they would open the gates, the sluice gates, to avoid collapse, to avoid irreversible damage to the dam. And a very warm welcome to the channel. It's Wednesday, the 6th of July 2022. And thank you to everyone who watched my video of yesterday. At the moment it's like 8 o'clock in the morning for me, and there were about over 7,500 people who had watched it. Thank you so much for that. And also you may notice I did do a video yesterday as well related to the powers to be not giving me the cash, so to speak, for putting a video on a certain platform like this. I did explain that if I did go to a different channel like Rumble, it's so long to start the whole channel up again, and to get this channel here and to get it monetized, etc., does take a long time. So I am going to stick with YouTube. Unfortunately, it really has turned into the Disney Channel. You can only produce videos related to the how to say, Cinderella value. Everything is happy. There's nothing sensitive. I just sometimes wonder if Google is in bed with China, so to speak, because it seems to happen quite often. In the last 7 days, as I said before, 3 of my videos were not taken down, but they were sort of demonetized, which is just really annoying for the effort and the work. So I would like to thank all my subscribers. I would like to thank all the members who actually pay a fee to become a member, for supporting me. There's not many of you, but thank you for your time. If you do want to, well, the link is always in the description below. Alright, let's have a look at the weather around central China and the Yangtze. And the levels at the dam for today, Kutan is at 165.53, that's gone down, and the Three Gorges is down as well, 147.04. The inflow is 16,000 and the outflow is 22,400. So what does happen when the Three Gorges does open its sluice gates? Well, I'm going to go to some images here from a couple of years ago. Now forget the top title that says yesterday's image. This is, you can see quite clearly, the water release injection. And the main thing is, you can see here on the left hand side, the island, you can see that it's there, it's visible. You can also see on the ship's lift, the elevator, that they do use this as a water release. There's some more facts that we have done in the past when they wanted to release the water, and maybe more controllable than sluice gates. They would not use the ship's lifts. Every ship would use the ship locks, and they would go that way. But if we go to here, you can see a historical image, and there the sluice gates are not open, but you can see that the island is near enough fully submerged. The ship lift, the ship's elevator, well, what we have there is no water coming out of it. And if we move to the next image, this is sort of like the weather warning, and you can see what they're doing. They're releasing the water on the ship's lift. There is a water release injection, but it looks more like cloud to me for that one. And the island, well, it is visible on that bit. Now let's go into the weather in China, especially in the southern parts of China, and it is actually a little bit freaky deaky. In China and in a lot of Asia at the moment, it is monsoon season, and China's southeast China near Hong Kong, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Guangdong province, there are some tornadoes that have been around. Now, can I note that the videos that I'm showing, there are no casualties, 0 casualties, so this should be perfectly fine to be shown on this channel. Here in the South China Sea, you can see the water spout from, again, the South China Sea, and then it goes inland, and you can see the sort of how the tornado is, and anything which is not fastened down solidly, well, basically just floats into the air. But in Shenzhen at the moment, again in southeast China, they do have a start of another COVID sort of outbreak, a mini one at the moment, and people have to go and get tested. And when they go tested, it is regardless of the weather. So let's have a look just at the weather for, well, this is the whole of China this time, but please have a look at the southeast where you can see these storms, and also the northeast where it's been very dry for a moment or two for a couple of weeks, but there seems to be some heavy storms hitting that way, and this will be in the news, you could say, possibly in the next day or two. A message from the Ministry of Water Resources. It is predicted that from July to August there will be more extreme weather events in China, and regional flood conditions and drought conditions will be heavier than usual, according to the Director of the Department of Flood and Drought Disaster Prevention of the Ministry of Water Resources. Now, away from the doom and the gloom, let's have a look at something maybe a little bit more light-hearted, or you could say shocking. If you are in China, don't use any food delivery app, because sometimes the people who do the food or make the food or prepare the food will do this handmade. And when I mean handmade, well, basically no gloves. You can see it here. And in one particular area in China a couple of days ago, they had a water splashing ceremony, which looked a lot of fun. You can see some images there where they closed the streets. It does remind me of Thailand with the Songkran, the water splashing festival, and here in Cambodia as well. That brings us to a close for today. As always, thank you so much for your time, and the like, subscribe and share would be most epic. Do check out the other channels which I have. It's all in the link in the description below, or the links are in the description below, and also in the pinned comments. I should be back tomorrow round about the same time, same place, with some more updates of what's happening in China. I do this channel as a hobby. I do this channel, yes, to make a little bit of beer money. I don't make much, to be very honest, but I really do get frustrated when I take so much time and effort, and I do hope the powers to be are actually watching this, not an algorithm, not a computer, because I know they get thousands of things like this, and I know they don't even check when they have one or two complaints. I'm sure possibly there's a very high chance that this video will get demonetized, and then what I do, I take it off this channel and I put it onto another channel, and surprisingly it's not demonetized. It's just crazy how the algorithm doesn't really work and it hasn't been updated. So Google, YouTube, please sort yourself out. My name is James. Thank you again for your time. Have an awesome day wherever you are. Bye bye for now.